Today we have another of our Spiral Abyss guides for patch 2.2, right? It's only 2.2, right? Yeah, I think it's just 2.2, and we're looking at the phase 1 of 2.2, and feels like a very difficult abyss. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I had a difficult time perfecting the abyss for this patch, or at least this first phase, right? It's just a bit challenging, so hold on to your seats as we try to discuss and try to understand what makes, how to 36 star, how to perfect your Spiral Abyss run, just like I did. So before we get to discussing whatever it is that we've got, before I teach you guys how to perfect your Abyss run, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like it. And I'll post more guides, comp guides, build guides if you guys like this so much. Alright, so let's go over each of the floor. So you see here that it's perfect in all of the floors. We have floor 9, 10, 11, and then 12. So for the veterans out there, the difficult part will be floor 11-3. I'm just gonna jump right into that 11-3 will be a bit difficult if you're not prepared for it. For example, what I did was I tried to just kind of have one counter to the Hydra, one counter to the Fire, but it didn't work. It's not gonna be shown in the video, but I tried 3 comps before actually using the comp that I have. So for others there, if you wanna jump directly to the chapter, there are chapters down below, and you can already see that there you have your parts there. And then I'll try to share with you some of the builds, but I'm not gonna be like, I don't know if you want to see everything. Put a comment down below if you want to see everything, and I'll be able, and I'll gladly share everything. So that's floor 11-3. And then floor 12-2 will be one of the more difficult ones. Mainly because MAGUU KENKI is very tough, just like last Abyss. But he's not actually the problem here. The problem here is that we have the Mirror Maiden and the Season Mage that are actually together last Abyss. If you remember, now they're far apart, right? So you have your the Season Mage will spawn along with 2 Potioneers, and then after they're dead, the Mirror Maiden will spawn along with 4 Treasure Hoarders. So it's gonna be a bit difficult to actually kill them, especially the Mirror Maiden. She's so freaking tough. Oh my god. And I had to perfect the run. I had to try it again. I think I tried it 3 times before actually getting 12-2 correctly or perfectly. And then for 12-3 is a goddamn cursed chamber. It's super difficult. I don't know why MiHoYo is, but I guess it makes sense, especially for veterans like us, like AR-57 and above. It's if you have something difficult, it keeps the veteran players challenged. So I'm a veteran player. I've been playing since 1.1, 1.0, and this is very challenging. The Ruined Destroyers here actually have a million, half a million health. So they have a really big health, and it's pretty difficult to kill, right? There's a certain strategy that I will teach you later when we go to floor chamber 3, when we go to the strat for each chamber. For now, let's look at the enemies and how we're gonna counter them. So if you want to take down notes, that'd be great. And just some of the important things to remember are synergies, of course. Then you have your resonances, and then your shield breakers, right? But don't ever forget your crowd control. So those Kazuha havers, Sucrose havers, Venti havers, they're gonna be used a lot, even until 12-2, right? So let's go skip floor 9 and floor 10, because they're pretty easy. Floor 11 is where we're at. The and I'll show you what I used, right? The good news about this patch is that there's no corrosion for floor 11. They removed the corrosion entirely. But they replaced the floor 12 with something more sinister. So it's going to be pretty difficult to actually perfect it even without your corrosion, right? So for floor 11, the Leyland disorder is pretty simple. You have your pyro damage dealt increased by 60%, higher damage dealt increased by 60%. So this alone tells you that you have to prepare a pyro damage DPS or pyro damage supports, and then you have your hydro DPS and the hydro supports. For the chamber one, it's particularly easy. If you have crowd control, they're not gonna be very difficult. Venti and Sucrose and Kazuha are very much recommended in this level. So it depends on you where you want to position them. But I think I have Venti in the first, and then Sucrose in the second half. So as you need hard CC because these Whopper flowers, they're the bane of like slow characters. They're gonna jump around everywhere, and I remember patch 1's Abyss full of freaking cryo Whopper flowers, and they're just toxic and cancer, you know? For 11-2 is still the same thing. The different here, if I remember correctly, the Sissin mages will spawn differently or on a different after all the skirmishers are dead. So you have your skirmishers spawning first, and then after they're dead, you have your Sissin mages, right? And then you have your Nobushi first for the second half. They spawn first, so there are like 3-4 of them, if I'm not mistaken, or like 2 only. And then after that, the Kairagi will spawn. So you guys know how it is. If you're having difficulties with Kairagi and the Mushi, especially with the Kairagi regenerating the entire health, I recommend the Morgana build, a Morgana team here. So that will be really great. But for the first one, a really good Sucrose or a really good Animo character would just, beat the hell out of these people, right? So Chamber 1, Chamber 2 is not particularly difficult, but Chamber T is gonna be difficult if you don't have the proper team ups to counter them. So the Hydro Hypostasis, the best one to use against it will be Cryo DPSs, but I think I've used like Raiden Shogun and Bennett and Changling in order to beat this, which is not bad, right? And then for the Pyro Hypostasis, you need the Water Boy Shincho, my man, my boy, Water Boy Shincho, in order to actually easily finish this. Or any Catalyst Hydro users, even if they're not leveled, just to be able to spam and cheese that Pyro armor. Once it's down, you can do whatever you want. And Ayaka, the melt effect here is so satisfying, So I would recommend that you guys do that. Like prepare either a Barbara or a Kokomi or a Shincho in order to break and cheese that armor out, and then go in with your Cryo or Hydro carries like Child, Ayaka, and Eula in order to kill this SOB really quickly. The only, again, since this is Spiral Abyss, the enemy that you have is time, right? So you have to be able to maximize that and to cheese that armor out. Alright, now we go with floor 12. So floor 12 is pretty difficult this patch. For the floor 12, the 3 Nobushi will spawn first. So it's gonna be something that you have to watch out for. After the 3 Nobushi will spawn, you have your 3 Pyro Fatui agent that will spawn. So I suggest if you have a Venti or a Kazuha, put him here. You want to be able to scoop them together to be able to kill them really easily. They're pretty standard enemies. The second half would be like the floor 11 2 patches ago, right? When we had floor 12 2 patches ago, when we had like Hydro Mimics on the battlefield, and then just straight up populate the entire field with freaking Hydro Mimics, and they're so tough. But now we're quite preparing for it. So if you have an Ayaka or a Shangling, they're pretty easy. Yeah. or if you have a Raiden, they're pretty easy pickings. For the Chamber 2, I already told you before. At Bangkok KENKI is the same, nothing's changed. But the Mirror Maiden and the Sissin Mage, the Cry Sissin Mage, they now spawn after the other. So the Sissin Mage will spawn first, and then the Mirror Maiden will spawn after that. What you would like to do is actually to prepare a very good hard CC here. What I usually do when I see a Mirror Maiden and a Sissin Mage, I actually prepare my Venti already, or a Kazuha if you have one. The hard CC from the burst of Venti and from the skill of Kazuha prevents Mirror Maiden from actually teleporting. So that's a big help. That's a big help. And then you have your you ought to have your combos down here. Especially your Pyro should be ready for the Crisis in Mage, so that you easily break the shields. And if you have Venti, that's gonna be no problem at all. For the Chamber T, it's pretty difficult. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so difficult for me. Maybe it's because of strategy, right? So when you skip ahead, you'll see that at the beginning you have your Ruin Hunter for the first half, spawning with two Ruin Cruisers. What you want to do is to move back and let the Cruisers and the Hunter follow you, so that when you pull them together, they're gonna teleport to you, and then you can just spam AoEs on them. And then make sure to pull them right next to the spawn point of the next batch of enemies. So I would pull them to the south part of the map, the stage, so that when they got defeated, the next batch will be right on top of me, and it's not gonna be difficult to actually run towards them. That's the same thing for the second half. You just want to pull them to the location of the next one. So our blessing here actually is very, very important to remember, that this blessing will be very good for national teams, for those that have that spam a lot of these bursts. So I think this is still a very Raiden heavy, Baal heavy blessing, and this is super good, especially when you already have your national team built. Alright, so good luck, people, and let me know down in the comments what you want to know. I'll be sharing the builds down in the comments if you like, but I hope that you guys enjoy the gameplay video that you're about to watch. So good luck, and had Astra Sauce, travelers.
Absorption test. Enhanced animal mod. Everybody stand back. Animal test 6308.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. I'll catch up. Steady as stone. Witness the power of Gua.
Get out! Here. Teamwork is strict. Absorption test. Stand clear. Animal.
good knight should. Huh. Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone unturned. Rain cutter.
Everybody stand!
Time for takeoff.
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Here we go.
Go as well!
Solidify!
Shine down!
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
This is order.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Everyone's launch.
Swirl, mark!
Put your back into it!
Witness the power.
Joy!
Stand clear. Steady as stone. As a dutiful maid would.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Animal test 63.
Yes, quickly! Right there.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Enhanced animal model! Everybody stand back!
As a good knight should.
Let's play!
Another test subject. Gather!
Illusion shattered!
Fiery!
Time for takeoff.
Picked the wrong test subject. Order guide you. Should replace my hammer. Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Think you can get away? Yahoo!
Gather!
Get out of here!
No, my sword! Rain cutter!
Teamwork is dream!
Absorption test. Stand clear. Animal test 63. Time to clean up. Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
Going in!
Animal hypostasis. Let me weave you a verse.
Get out of here! Everybody stand!
As a dutiful maid would.
Here we go!
Over here. Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
I will have order!
I swear by my sword. Here we go.
Go and fly!
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Think you can get away?
Gather! This is order!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Enhanced animal mark.
Solidify! I will have order!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Know my sword! Witness the power of Gugwa!
I'm going in.
Let me weave you a verse.
Gather!
Swirl, mark 2.
Order guide you!
Everybody stand back. Absorption. Time for takeoff. Yahoo! Eat this! Embrace the ice! Take flight! Yoo-hoo! Can't handle your drink! My apologies!
Off we go!
Solidify!
Know my sword!
For your battle!
Yeah!
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Enhanced animal mark.
I will have order!
Rain cutter!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Solidify!
I'm going in.
Let's
Think you can get away? Brace yourself. Look at you! You're toast! Over here!
Kamisato art!
Sumetsu! Whirling snow! Yeah!
Off we go! Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
Stand clear! Animal hypostasis!
Grace!
Everybody stand back!
This is order!
Absorption test!
The name of the truth!
Animal test
The
60.
power
Power of Gugwa!
of revelation!
Rain outlines your fate.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Time for takeoff. Think you can bully me? Take flight! Eat this! Yahoo! My apologies! Can't handle your drip. Think you can get away? Embrace the ice! Take flight! Shaking and stir! Boba, get them! Yeah! Time for takeoff. How rude! Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh? Out of the frying pan! Let's play! Think you can get away? Everybody stand back! Huh? Nice and spicy! There is no escape! Time for takeoff. Here we go! Teamwork is strict! Eat this! Out the frying pan, into the bucket! Brace yourself! Think you can get away? Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! I'm going in! You're toast! Squirrel, mark!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. No, my
Whirling snow! Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Enhanced animal. Rest and rebuild. Touring, bring refuge.
Take flight! Coming to launch! Sumetsu! Rain cutter! Whirling snow! Rain outlines your fate!
Billowing surge! Swirl, Mark 2, stand clear.
Time to act!
Allow me! A brash maneuver!
Witness the power of Kuwa!
Embrace the ice!
My
Absorption test. Animo test 6301.
Time for takeoff!
Killjoy! We've only just begun! You can't run!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Bubba, get them!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Here we go! Race you!
Think you can get away?
Eat this! Nice and
Going in! How rude! Time for takeoff! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! Oh, now you've got me worked up! Let's play!
Let's get down to business!
stand clear.
Whirling snow!
Animo test 6301.
No, my sword! Let me weave you up!
My apologies.
What's one more?
Animal hypostasis emulate. Let's move out.
Fall before me!
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
Absorption test. Torrent, bring refuge. Don't break my glasses.
Witness the power of Kuwa! Rain outlines your fate! No! Take flight!
Fall before me!
My apologies!
Cut down!
Nice and spicy.
Yahoo! Sir! Teamwork is drift! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Get out of here! Think you can get away? Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! Going in!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Hey, yeah!
Shine down! Get out of here! Stand back!
Booba, get them!
There is no escape! Ring cutter!
Hold the line! Animal test 6308. Take flight. Embrace the ice. Absorption test.
Rain outlines your fate.
Whenever you need me.
It's my lucky day!
Stand clear. Absorption test.
Illusion shattered!
Swirl. Mark.
I'm going in!
This is order!
Shine down!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Absorption test.
It's a fairy!
Let's light it up!
See no more! How's this?
Animal test 6308.
It's a fairy!
Animal hypostasis emulate.
I will have order!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Now you shall perish!
Stand clear.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Everybody stand back! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Time for takeoff. You're toast! I'm here. Shake it and stir. Sail.
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
What is like?
My apologies!
Think you can get away? Scratch. Eat this!
Take flight!
Yeah. Look at you, Boomtail!
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Here we go! Time for takeoff.
Whirling snow!
Nice and spicy! Scratch!
Yeah!
You're toast!
Stabilize.
I'm going in! Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Burn. Ah. Crumble! Order guide you!
Know my sword! Witness the power of Gugwa! Rain outlaw! Everybody stand!
Time for retribution! Solidify!
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? Teamwork is dreamwork!
Gather! Verdict is...
Witness the power of Gugwa! Know my sword! Rain outline...
Think you can get away? Yahoo! You're toast!
Take flight! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Go as one! Barbados! Guide us!
Here we go! Time for takeoff.
My apologies! Go as one!
Brace yourself. Soba, get...
Whirling snow!
Think you can get away?
Wind, hear me! Embrace the ice! Take flight!
Eat this!
Fool, be gone!
Time for takeoff. Let's play!
Whirling snow! Barbados, guide us!
Yahoo! You're toast! Think you can get away? Soba, get the...
Take flight! Kamisato art! Out of my... Sumetsu! Go as one!
Flow through me!
A weak opponent! I swear by my sword! This body
Everybody stand back!
Witness the power of Guwa! Know my sword!
Verdict
I'm going in! Absorption test!
Time for retribution!
Animal test 6308! Animal...
Let me read you a verse. Huh? Know my sword!
Verdict is...
Everybody stand back!
Shoot! I can't afford any... Rain cutter!
Stand clear!
Time for retribution!
Rain outlines your fix.
Enhanced animal mod! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Burn!
My apologies! Embrace the ice! You're toast!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Wind, hear me! There is no escape!
Booba! Get them!
Take Sakura swirl! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! I swear by my sword! Whirling snow! There is no escape!
Eat this! Embrace the ice! Go and fly!
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! Wind, hear me! Shine down!
You're toast!
Take flight!
Go and fly!
So rude! Sakura swirl! I dishonored!
No escape!
You